Chris.
I'm Christopher.
And on today's episode, we're taking a look at the newest Screen Grant pitch meeting for the Harry Potterverse, or Harry Potter universe, however you want to say it. So, okay, so that kind
This
of...
is the extra long one.
Yeah, it's an extra long one. Aside from what J.K. Rowling has said recently...
Yeah.
I've been a fan of the Harry Potter universe.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the new Fantastic Beasts film, but I've enjoyed...
You haven't seen the... Was it the...
Crimes of Grindelwald. It was the second.
The second one, yeah. You haven't seen the second one.
Yeah, I've read all 7 books. I read a couple of the side books and the side stories. But I haven't seen Fantastic Beasts. I haven't even read the script for what was it, the Cursed Child?
The Cursed Child one,
which has been rumored from hell and back that it's getting a movie adaptation. Which I'll believe it when I see it.
See it at this point, yeah. I've watched the movies.
But aside from Aquaman being in next season of Fortnite, this has been a very strange time for J.K. Rowling.
Really?
Yeah, he's in. Yeah, seriously, he as Aquaman, he's in the new season of Fortnite.
I didn't know. Sorry.
But anyways, we're gonna check this out.
Yeah. Like I was trying to say, because he's explained all of his knowledge. Me, I watched the movies. My wife can't even get through one because she always falls asleep. Always. I mean, I literally was a witness. I'm like, she's not joking. We are on the second movie and she keeps falling asleep. So,
it happens.
and then when I told her to read the book, I was like, hey, you want to read the book? She's like, but it's too long. I'm like, maybe the last book is the longest or something like that, but that's...
I honestly can't, I don't remember. I believe the 5th book is the longest.
Yeah, but besides that, I told her, I'm like, they're really not that too long.
Like, the 5th book's the longest. I think the 1st book is still the shortest.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to tell her, but she's just like, no, it's too long. I'm like, okay. But anyways, it says, see and check out what Screen Rant, for what the pitch meeting went behind for pitching out the whole Harry Potter universe. And this, again, this is an extra long one. So let's do this and dive in and see what happens.
So, yeah,
oh, it's a pitch. I just read it. It's a pitch meeting.
Pitch meeting. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, compilation.
Oh, okay. So it's all of them put together.
That's what it says.
Well, we didn't watch any of these anyway, so it's great.
More money to be squeezed out of the Harry Potter franchise. Over $6 billion at the box office wasn't enough. Well, no, obviously you need more than $6 billion if you want to buy Canada. Is that what you're working towards? I've said too much. So what do you have here? Well, there was a gimmicky textbook back in 2001 called Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, I read it.
So I figure we can make a movie with that.
It's not even a book. It's just
textbook from the Harry Potter universe.
Yeah.
Exactly. Stretching it real thin. So tell me about the movie. Well, the movie takes place in the 1920s and follows this British guy, Newt Scamander, who comes to New York with a suitcase full of magical creatures. Oh, it's going to be hard for him to get through customs with that thing. No, it's going to be super easy, barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, when the customs guy wants to see inside the case, Newt hits this little switch that makes it okay for muggles. So it can be opened up safely without the creatures jumping out? Yeah, exactly. Totally safe to open up. So how come he didn't already have that switched on? I don't know. In fact, why doesn't he always have that switched on so the creatures don't escape? Well, they need to escape for the movie to happen. So Newt just doesn't care about the safety of the creatures? Oh no, he cares a whole lot about their safety. That's his #1 concern. But he's not going to take any precautions.
That's a good point.
That's right. Well, okay then. So anyway, Newt is going to run into this wannabe baker guy, Jacob, and they're going to accidentally switch briefcases.
Jacob was like the best part of the film,
Baker from New York has the exact same case as a British wizard. That's what we're going with. Wow. So later, Jacob's going to open the case and some creatures are going to get out. Whoops. Whoopsie. So they're going to have to track them all down and catch them before anything bad happens. Exciting. And at the same time, we have this whole other thing going on with this guy, Percival Graves. And he's trying to track down this evil cloud thing called an Obscurus. How is that going to be related to Newt's lost creature storyline? It practically won't be. Is that going to make the whole movie feel a little disjointed? Yeah, it's going to feel like if you were trying to watch a movie at home, but your little cousin kept switching over to Pokemon. Wow. We're also going to Tina Goldstein. Oh yeah, and what's her deal? She's actually a former roarer. A former roarer? Exactly.
Roarer?
I have no idea what I just... What's that word? A former roarer. Oh, you sound like a doctor.
It's like a high-end wizard agent, like government agent.
Oh, a former orer. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, and at the end of the movie,
I gotcha.
Then maybe she's into Newt. You're saying the former orer adores the foreigner? Yeah. So what kind of fantastic beasts are they?
I do like that.
Oh, well, one of them is like this magical horny rhino. Oh, so it has a giant horn? Well, yeah, but also it wants to bang. Oh my god. Yeah, so we're gonna have this really fun thing where they try to capture it before it goes to town on them. We're gonna have the main characters try to catch a magical rhino before it has time to sexually assault them. Yeah, pretty fun.
It's pretty much.
For an R rating. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, so it's gonna be like lighthearted impending sexual assault and bestiality. Right. Well, okay then, that does sound fun. We're also gonna have this creature that grows to fill whatever space is available. Oh, very cool. Yeah, so they're gonna have to try to get it inside a teapot. Now, what do they do with it then? They put it back in the briefcase. Oh, so it grows to the size of a briefcase. That's manageable. Well, the inside of Newt's case is actually this massive place. Oh, so it's gonna expand to fill that space then? No, it's gonna immediately stop doing the one thing we said it does. How come? Magic, I guess? I don't know. Using magic to explain logical inconsistencies is tight. Yeah, it is. So what else happens in the movie? Well, Graves is gonna sentence Tina and Newt to death without a trial because they had illegal animals. Wow, the Wizarding World has some harsh sentencing. Yeah, so they're gonna be brought to this pool type thing that kills you when you're lowered into it. It's like this dead pool. Nope, can't call it that. Right, that makes sense. And how does the movie end? Well, there's gonna be a whole lot of destruction and a big magical fight. Wow. And it's gonna be revealed that the whole time Graves was actually this bad guy Grindelwald in disguise. Oh, it's like an homage to Scooby-Doo. Yeah, I love Scooby-Doo. So then Grindelwald is gonna get arrested. And so they're gonna plop him in the dead pool? No, they say they're gonna try to hold him. Why would Newt and Tina be immediately sentenced to death but not him? I don't know how wizard laws work. Fair enough. So it's gonna be hard to deal with all the non-wizards that witness stuff? No, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, because magic exists and I can just do whatever I want, remember? Right, so what happens? A bird makes it rain memory juice. That works for me. So what do you think?
A bird makes it rain
I don't know much about Newt or Grindelwald.
That's what it
Should I
did.
add in more details? No, are you kidding me? That's valuable information we have to save for the sequels. You want to stretch this out into more than one movie?
It's supposed to be
into
3
a bunch of
movies,
That's
and
the only way
apparently
we're
it's
going
gonna
to
be
reach our
6.
goal of buying Canada.
Yeah, for the
I'll be
Fantastic
honest, sir,
Beasts
I'm not sure
universe.
how far I could stretch this concept, though.
Harry
Well, I'll
Potter
tell you what,
universe
if you
would be
figure out a
cool.
way, I'll give you Quebec. Oh, that's where poutine is from. It sure is. Also,
love that.
you, sir.
Yeah, see, 5
Movies announced.
Have a movie series for me. Yes, sir, I do. It's based on this book series called Harry Potter.
Yeah, they're doing it in the actual
Harry
timeline
Potter,
order.
right, that makes sense. Good title. Yeah, he's a boy who finds out that he's a wizard, so he enters this magical world where people are pretty okay with slavery. What? Yeah, a lot of wizards have house elves and unpaid servants. Wow, the wizarding world sounds messed up. Well, they have some cool stuff going on, too. Oh, they do? Yeah, they have, like, cool spells and magical creatures. Oh, that is cool. And, potions that can make people fall in love with you against their will. What? So anyway...
What?
What? Voldemort when he was a baby. How was a baby able to kill his parents? No, Harry was the baby. Oh, Harry is Lord Voldemort? No, Harry was the baby and Lord
that's
Voldemort
spoilers.
killed his parents.
Yeah,
this
kinda.
movie is confusing. Not really. If you say so. My brain hurts. Voldemort
My
has
brain
to look
hurts.
like a baby at a certain point of the movie, though. Oh, well now I don't know what the hell's going on. Well, Harry's mom sacrifices herself to save him, so when Voldemort tries to kill Harry, it backfires and he kind of dies, but not totally. Wow, so he was like protected by love? Yeah. Hadn't anyone sacrificed themselves for a loved one before that point? I guess they didn't. Huh, what a loveless world. So yeah, Harry...
What a loveless world. Oh, damn.
This guy Hagrid's gonna show up to bring him to wizarding school. Oh, what's Hagrid like? Oh, he's super nice. He's actually half giant. He's half giant? Yeah, his dad was a little human dude and his mom was an actual giant. So how did they make a baby? Yeah. Well, I guess with a ladder and a lot of determination. Not if you're into that kind of stuff. I threw up in my mouth more than a little bit, so I feel like I'm not. But what else happens in the movie?
Ladder
Well,
and a
Harry's
little
gonna
bit
go
of
to Hogwarts,
determination.
which is the school for witches and wizards. Oh yeah, what's that like? Oh, it's like a scary, dangerous place where everything's trying to kill you. Oh, so it's in Australia. No, good guess. It's Scotland, actually. And can anyone apply to go to Hogwarts, or? No, because the wizarding world is a secret. Like the students have to take a secret train to get there. Oh, they're keeping it discreet, huh? How do they get to the train? They run full speed into a brick wall in one of the busiest train stations in the UK. That seems kind of irresponsible. Yeah, well, Hogwarts is a pretty irresponsible place. How so? Well, it's right next to a forest that's super dangerous, like they call it the Forbidden Forest. So students can never go in there. Exactly. Pretty responsible policy, actually. Unless they get detention, then they get sent in at night. Oh, there it is. The wizarding
There
world
it
has
is.
its own sport called Quidditch. Oh yeah, what's the deal with Quidditch? Yeah, a bunch of people fly up into the air on broomsticks and go super fast. Seems kind of dangerous. I imagine imagine they're secured to the broom somehow? No, actually, part of the game is trying to knock the other players down. What? Yeah, so anyway, they try to score points by throwing this ball called a quaffle through some hoops. How many points is that worth? 10 a pop. Okay, but then if a seeker catches the golden snitch, that's 150 points and the game ends. Oh, makes the rest of the game feel kind of pointless. Yeah, it's mostly pointless. Huh. Yeah, so anyway, all the books are going to be about Harry Potter going up against Lord Voldemort and trying to rise to power.
Here's going over
How
all
many
of them.
books are there going to be? The author told me there were going to be 7 books total, so that's like 8 movies. 8 movies? Books? Yeah, I think by the time we put a couple of these out, people are going to be so invested that they won't mind if we get a little cash grabby with the last book. Oh, getting cash grabby is tight. Oh yeah, so every year Harry Potter's gonna go through something super dangerous that involves him personally every single time. Pretty unlucky. And Voldemort's gonna plan something evil every year. In the spring. Nice of him to keep to the school schedule like that. Yeah, it's very considerate for sure. So what kind of evil stuff does he plan? Well, like one year he needs a little bit of Harry's blood, right? Right. So he has to come up with some kind of evil plan to get it. Is that going to be hard to do? Actually, super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, he's just going to have one of his followers pose as a Hogwarts teacher for a whole year, then have him sneak Harry's name into the Goblet of Fire so he gets chosen for something called the Triwizard Tournament, even though that breaks all the rules. Then he's going to hope that Harry somehow wins the tournament, even though he's vastly unprepared, so he can touch the Triwizard Cup, which he's turned into something called a portkey. That then teleports him to a cemetery where he gets a guy who was pretending to be Harry's friend's rat for years, poke him with a knife. I'll be honest, that plan sounds super inconvenient. Yeah, I guess it does when I lay it all out like that. It seems like there'd be an easier way to get that done, especially with magic being a thing. Yeah, well, that's going to kind of be a theme in these movies. What do you mean? Well, we're going to establish some magical things that would solve a lot of problems, but then the characters aren't going to use them. Like what? For one thing, time travel exists. What? Yeah, there's a thing called the time turner.
Yeah, time turner from the third book.
To solve a bunch of their problems. Well, one time they're going to use it to save a hippogriff, and other than that, it's going to
I did bring this up last time I saw this movie with our father.
Take some extra
it's
classes.
like,
what?
Why
yeah,
would they use this more often?
Classes, so you know, they entrust her with the ability to control time itself, and they don't solve any other problems with the time turner. That's right. Wow. There's also a potion called Felix Felicis that makes you super lucky and lets you achieve anything you set out to do. Seems pretty helpful for a war against a Dark Lord. Yeah, but they're hardly going to use it. Why wouldn't they, though? Well, we're going to say that it's kind of hard to make, so what if somebody took some Felix Felicis and then set out to make more Felix Felicis, and then they gave
to be honest, in the book, they do use it, the kids do use it to be prepared when, like, the bad guys show up at Hogwarts.
Yeah.
They do use them. They don't do that in the movie for some reason, but they do clarify that in the book.
The author's working on that we can exploit like that? Well, apparently she's working on a little gimmicky guidebook thing called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Oh, okay, that sounds interesting. But it's not going to be a novel. It's going to be like a guidebook to the Harry Potter creatures. Okay, we'd have to be pretty greedy to try to turn that into a movie. Yeah, I'd say so, let alone its own spin-off series. Can you imagine?
Begins filming. The sequel begins filming.
So yeah, we unfortunately, as you saw with the cut, we had to skip the.
Because he hasn't seen the sequel to Fantastic Beasts, so that's how we had to cut it.
Did you see the sequel to
I
Fantastic?
have already seen it.
We could have. I didn't know. I know we both.
Oh, that's why I was asking you, because I didn't want you to be spoiled. That's why.
I mean,
but that's why we skipped it. I did it on his behalf as well. But that's why you noticed that.
There is a lot of good points they make, like with the Fantastic Beasts film.
Yeah.
Like it does seriously feel like that. It's just a basic, fun little novelty book you can read that they decide to turn into a movie. That's it. That's all
they want to do. They want to expand on the Harry Potter universe, and they're like, oh, let's just grab this handy guidebook and turn it into a film somehow.
Yeah, even the Harry Potter films themselves are bonkers, and they do explain a bit more better on certain aspects in the book series itself and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They do explain that better overall. So it's not like out of nowhere. It's like the movie doesn't explain this stuff, but the books do. You know, books better explain everything. Like with the luck potion. The luck potion, they vaguely bring it up in the movie. It helps Harry figure something out. But in the book, they do have everybody else use a bit of the luck potion to prepare themselves when the bad guys show up at the end of the book. So like,
so some of the book does explain much better.
Books explain a lot more than the
film does.
The movies really do.
Yeah.
Like even explain more about why that guy disguised himself as like Ron's rat. Why they specifically need Harry's blood. All that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just fun stuff. There's a lot of random stuff like apparently they're using the Harry Potter franchise to try to buy Canada, which should be interesting enough.
I know, right? With all that money they're trying to bring in, yeah.
Yeah. So, other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like it just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about what J.K. Rowling says in the... No, sorry. I mean, you want to talk to us more about J.K. Rowling's previous stuff, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what you guys' thoughts are on this Screen Rants compilation. Should have been more specific in the beginning. Compilation of the Harry Potter universe. Let us know what you guys thought of their compilation overall. If you've seen majority of this stuff, like I said, we only watched it only because, again, we're still kind of new to his type of stuff, to what Screen Rant's doing here. So we had to watch it. Besides skipping that little bit of it. But let us know in the comments though what you thought of it, any favorite funny moments, and also what you thought of our reaction overall to this compilation from Screen Rant for these pitch meetings. Put down what you thought of our reaction overall. Put down, but most importantly, sorry, bleh. But most importantly, thank you for watching.
A lot of put downs there.
I know.
So until next time, though, I'm Chris.
I'm Christopher.
And this, of course, been our Harry Potter filled episode of SRB.
See ya
later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions
or any one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of our playlists down below.
If you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can find us on Twitter
and Stardust
@SuperReactBros.